Everyone has their vices. Maybe you like to drink too much. Maybe you eat too many sweets. Maybe you smoke cigarettes. But you better be careful. You might wreck your liver. You might get diabetes. You might get cancer. Well, my vice is much more dangerous. From time to time, I venture onto Buzzfeed. Yes, Buzzfeed, the place where terrible journalism and misguided advocacy merge into the ultimate catalyst for mind rot. Browsing Buzzfeed carries the same risk as being a Kennedy in the 60s. If you're not careful, your brain might fall out. Send your hate mail to Offended by Skag 3, Post Office Box 104672, Bozeman, Montana 59718. Let's check out today's installment of Your Brain on Buzzfeed. What people say to gender non-binary people versus the subtext we often hear. So right away you're openly admitting you are twisting the intent of the words people say to you, purposefully taking offense to words or questions that you understand are not delivered with that purpose. To me, the subtext of what you're saying is you don't care about intent or context, but let's hear your reasoning. Are you really trans, though?
You're not really trans.
Why do you have to call so much attention to yourself?
Being non-binary is just a fad, not a legitimate gender identity.
I just think you look better as a girl.
It's easier for me to associate with you when you dress normally.
Well, first off, few people ask questions that condescendingly, but regardless, I'll remind you that us gender binary normies get asked equivalent questions all the time. People ask me, are you really a liberal? You're not really a liberal. Do you ever put your eyebrows down? I have a condition. Jerk. Do you even own any clothes that aren't blue or gray? How dare you question my alignment on the color spectrum? I don't have to conform to your electromagnetic normativity. They pronouns are too grammatically weird.
Grammar is more important to me than respecting your identity.
As the great Jim Jeffries says, we live in a society. We're not fucking animals. We have systems in place that ensure efficient social function. Examples: language allows us to communicate with one another. The law prevents us from abusing one another. Currency allows the standardized exchange of goods and services. If I break the law, I don't say to the cops,
well, I guess you care more about the law than respecting my identity.
If I try to trade in chickens for a new car and the dealer says no, I don't say,
I guess you care more about money than respecting my identity.
And if I did, he'd say, yeah, I do. Now get the out of here. You're so confusing. Are you a boy or a girl?
If you don't conform to a binary identity, it makes me uncomfortable.
It's hard for people when your gender changes all the time.
You're an inconvenience to me.
Well, that's the great irony here, isn't it? The author and the artist claim this article is about cisgendered people who think they are being inconvenienced by gender fluid people who don't conform to social norms. No, it's about you, Miss Buzzfeed author, thinking basic conversational questions are intolerable inconveniences in your life. It's about you claiming that everything is an unjustifiable burden, not other people. It's about your insistence that the world conform to you. It's about you in all of your hypocritical, contradictory, double standard glory. I can't understand you.
I don't want to make the effort to understand you.
This entire article, all of this horrendous artwork is about the rage you have when people ask you questions. The rage you have when people make an attempt to understand you, to get to know you by asking questions in pursuit of that understanding. Maybe you can be mad about someone asking questions on a sensitive topic. Maybe you can be mad about someone asking no questions at all and not caring, but you can't be mad about both. You can't write an article saying, how dare you ask questions X, Y, and Z, and then close the article saying, how dare you not try and understand. That is unworkable insanity. But of course, who's the crazy one here? I'm the one trying to analyze Buzzfeed rationally. I think I'll go juggle my kitchen knives instead. Better and safer use of time. Oh, thanks as always for listening and for supporting this channel. Always appreciate the thoughtful discussion down below and especially over on Twitter. That is @skag_3. You're always welcome to come hang out and chat in my live stream. That is linked down in the description. Looking forward to it. Okay, bye.